I want to remind everyone that when you get your utility bill monthly, there is a newsletter in there. The second page is a newsletter. It has some useful information. Please take a few minutes to read it. And if there's something else that you would like us to put in the newsletter that you feel we're not covering, let us know. We'll try our best to accommodate you. One of the items that we added in there is just to get the word out. Apparently there's still people out there that don't even know we have our meetings on YouTube. So in the newsletter, it's just reminding everyone you can go to YouTube and see a village board meeting. We talk about the village snow plowing preparedness. I just want to remind everyone, please, please, please move your toys, sports equipment, your landscaping lights, and fun stuff out of the right-of-way for the winter season. You saw what kind of blizzard we had last year. The plows are going to come and they're going to damage that stuff. We don't do it intentionally, it can't be helped. Those types of items are not going to be replaced by the village. Certainly, we will always take care of the sod or certainly repair any mailboxes. We usually take out a few each year, but that's as far as we go. You need to move your stuff out of the right-of-way. Also, the last yard waste pickup will be on Wednesday, November 30th. All solicitors must have a license from the village if not displayed or shown upon request. I would think twice about doing business with that individual, number one. And I'm talking about a solicitor for business, not children fundraising for their schools or sports. I'm talking about business people. And don't let them get away with telling you it's in the car. It's not. Okay? If they have a license from the permit, they know they're supposed to have it visibly on them. So just please note that. Call the PD. Let them know that there's somebody soliciting the village that's not licensed to do so. With that, we'll give the clerk the floor.
Okay, I just wanted to bring, I sent out an email today, but I want to verbally let everybody know. We originally had scheduled our November board meeting. We only meet once in November and December due to the holidays. Always our meetings are the 2nd and 4th. Well, Tuesday of the month. So November 8th was election day. So we moved the meeting to November 15th, but there's no election this year. So we're going to move our finance committee meeting, which meets at 6 o'clock on Tuesday, November 8th. And then our regular board meeting will remain the 2nd Tuesday, November 8th at 7 o'clock. So I've changed everything on the website. We'll change, you know, I've sent out emails, so there was a correction.
It seems that most people automatically thought it was the 8th anyway, but it was listed on the website as the 15th. So we just want to clarify that for the record.
So everything's changed. And newsletter articles are due next week. So
for the next newsletter?
Yes. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Are there any announcements from any of the understanding committees?
Just a quick one.
Microphone.
Just a quick one. Blue Sheets went home, got home, should have arrived within the last week. I encourage residents to read them, to look closely at them. If you think your house is over-assessed, the first step, and this is written on the blue sheet, is to talk to the Avon County Assessor. If you have an appraisal, you can take that up and that will help your appeal. You just need to look at it closely so you understand why you're being charged what you are. And if you have any questions about it, again, go to the Avon County Assessor. Avon Township Assessor. Thank you.
I have a few things. Okay. For the wetland committee, the entrances should be cleared of the dead flowers this week, weather permitting. And the wetland committee meeting is Thursday. I haven't gotten any suggestions for projects or things that people want done for next year. So we still have up until Thursday to let me know. I I attended the BEST meeting on the 13th of October. That's bringing everyone's strengths together. It's an association of various groups in the county that deal with youth and just all kinds of social things. And one of the things was, I think I mentioned last time, that they were up for a hometown award because of the good work that they've done in giving scholarships and awards to various worthwhile causes. Well, it turns out that they won. So that means that all the villages that participate in that organization are going to be eligible to have a sign, a flag sort of thing, a sign that says hometown award. And
that's the governor's hometown award,
yes,
right?
And they're eligible to compete for the Governor's Cup, and they're going down today or tomorrow, and it should be awarded this week. So we'll find out whether they won that. Just an update, if you recall, I mentioned that the Round Lake Area Park District was putting in a new playground and was looking for people to help. Well, they had 500 volunteers that came out to build a new park over at the sports complex in Round Lake Beach, and the whole thing was built in one day. So I thought that was very commendable. If anyone has work that needs to be done for their organization, there are community service students that are available to help. They need to be supervised, and they can only work after school and on Saturdays, but they are available. An interesting thing, because we don't hear too much about the Round Lake area schools, but an interesting report was given, at least I thought was interesting. On October 18th, McGee Middle School had a mix-it-up lunch. And what it was is, as the students came into the lunchroom, they were given a number, and it corresponded with the lunch caterer, so that instead of sitting with their usual friends, they needed to sit with people that they didn't know. And there was a facilitator at each table that was encouraging conversation. And then they were going to have this big bulletin board upon which little notes were to be posted that the students would write something nice about the new person that they met. And the whole purpose is that if you know someone, you're less likely to bully them. And I thought that was a really neat idea, so I'm just passing that along.
That is a great idea. I think that's wonderful.
They had their chili supper last night. It's their largest fundraiser. And I was over there a little while volunteering to help with the setup. And they had made about $5,000 in ads. And they expected about $1,600 in the sale of tickets for the chili supper. And I just got a little note that it was a big success.
Great.
So that's what's going on with BEST.
Wonderful. Is there any other announcements from any committees?
Yeah, just little updates here.
Okay.
The Public Safety Committee, we received two quotes one from Spot Devices and one from LTech on the RRFBs, which are the flashing beacons for the pedestrian walk over on Tall Oak and Hainesville Road. And we discussed it tonight at our meeting. What needs to be done, we need to look at where we can find the funds. And I also found out when we were over at the LCM meeting who we contact, which is Paula Tiddick.
Trey.
Oh,
Trey.
I saw the error on that finally. Okay, and she gave me the direction on which way we need to go to get permits for the installation of these units. So we got that all being, it's just we need to look at where the money's gonna come from, and Jerry and I were talking about that today, and which way we're gonna go after that. We'll set the direction. Also, I sent a request for service, because I never received a letter, or I never received any response back from John Nelson, okay, on the letter that I sent him about the bike path.
And
Okay,
he's also at Lake County DOT.
Yes, right. He's with the Lake County DOT. And I guess from what he says, that he never received the letter. But, so I went on the website and I just sent a request for service, and I got a response back from him that they're going to send a maintenance foreman out there to check and inspect it and find out what needs to be done, or if there's anything that needs to be done. And I haven't got a response back from him, but I plan on sending another email very shortly, just to keep it going, moving in the right direction.
Remind them what it is that you're concerned about.
They know.
No, I mean, so that.
Oh, this is the bike path where they put a culvert in there and they put the rocks for erosion in there and stuff like that. And it's right next to the bike path. And if you veer off the bike path by a couple inches, you go down into this and you can hurt yourself. And there was one lady that Mark Tiplin brought up. Her daughter happened to have that happened to her basically, and she fell into it and she hurt herself. Nothing too serious, but it was an injury, and the mother is a nurse, so she took care of it. So I've got that in there. I've got a name and everything else that I've taken down. So, and that's what I mentioned actually in that request for service, that somebody did fall down there and hurt themselves, and it could happen again. And it could be seriously hurt, because it's not little rocks.
No, it should be something.
There's boulders there, and it's very close to the bike path. And it drops down about 2-3 feet, so.
All right, good job, buddy.
That's it.
Yeah, we had a very productive evening over at Lake County DOT. We caught a lot of people for other reasons at that meeting, so that was worth going to for a lot of reasons. Okay, are there any other announcements? Let's move on to business. First item up is the tax levy resolution. Do we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustees Crease,
Aye.
Duberstein, Barrett,
Aye.
Daly,
Aye.
and Walkington.
Aye.
Resolution number R11-10-59.
Okay, the next item up is an ordinance extending the alternative wind energy turbine moratorium. It reads that we're extending it to January 11th, which would be the first January board meeting in 2012. Is that hard to say? We're actually in hopes, at the last meeting we passed that over to the attorney, and that it would be ready in November. But based on what questions we may have, and if there was any additional changes, it may not come back for approval to the December meeting. But as a safeguard, I said, let's go out to January. But we do expect to put this to bed by the end of the year or the beginning of the new year. And then we'll be done. We'll have our wind energy turbine ordinance on the books.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustees Crease,
Aye.
Duberstein, Barrett,
Aye.
Daly, and Walkington.
Aye.
Ordinance number 11-10-153.
Last item on business is the motor fuel tax resolution for the bike path. The bike path extension totaled $104,000 and some odd cents. And it was decided that a portion of that, which came to $53,510, would come out of our motor fuel tax money. So that has already been voted on and approved in the past, but motor fuel tax, IDOT requires that we pass a resolution authorizing that. So that's what this is about. So if I can have a motion for approval.
So,
Second.
Roll call.
Trustees Crease,
Aye.
Duberstein, Barrett,
Aye.
Daly,
Aye.
and Walkington.
Aye.
Resolution number R11-10-60.
At this time, I'd like to ask for a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.